Greetings. My name is Lance Bell. There's been a lot of things in the news this week, and to be fair, I did not know where to start the show. I actually had a show written, but I decided to scrap the whole thing. The reason why is that I decided to have some fun this week. There are 3 articles I will discuss, and in the first segment, I am still talking politics, and I want to start in the world of professional wrestling. Now, I am not talking about the articles that reference Stone Cold Steve Austin gave the stunner to almost 50% of the McMahons of the WWE fame, or the family visit the White House, but we go south of the border for the promotion of CMLL, and the fans there just do not like Trump at all. Why do I say this, you might ask? Well, the wrestler Sam Adonis is getting major heat there. From this video from Reuters, he explains what his persona is and what he thinks about President Trump. So let's watch.
Fans in Mexican Lucha Libre are some of the best on earth. 2,000 people in Mexico can make more noise than 20,000 people in the United States. The Arena Mexico and Arena Coliseo where I perform is the feeling is indescribable. It's something that you just can't really explain. The energy is second to none. It's like, 4th and goal at the Super Bowl. I hear it all. The Mexican fans are screaming the worst expletives they can at me. They're throwing beers at me. They're throwing popcorn at me. They're just being as overwhelmingly resentful to me as possible. But as soon as the show's over, generally they like to get a picture with me, or generally they like to have an autograph for their kid. So, like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's all for the fun of the sport. I can't say I support Trump, but I definitely respect Trump. I respect for the fact that he is who he is, and he's not changing himself for anybody. He's decided to be one person, and whether you like it or not, he's himself. And I think there's a lot to say about that. I think, over the past few years, politicians have become whatever the people want them to become. And that's something that he doesn't really stand behind. He just is himself, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Now, I'll be the first person to admit I do not watch his promotion very often, but I did know about this, and it looks like he's doing very well there. Now, with the immigration protest this week, it has surely helped his cause. If you're wondering, as I have this clip for one of the fans there, but even in Spanish, for the sake of this show, I decided not to use it just to keep this week's show clean. You see, even with all this, you can still have fun with this, and you always need to take a few steps back and enjoy what people are doing. I'm back in the second segment, and we go overseas. This story is about a month old, but I want to talk about it. In the Philippines, they have an invasive plant issue regarding water lilies, and apparently it is a huge issue there. Now, don't panic, folks. They have a plan to combat this and help the environment at the same time. When I came across this, I kept asking myself, could this work? Well, according to the article I read, the price is higher than coal, but cuts the use of local timber. In this video, the objective is there, and their goals with the additional short clip of one of the organizations helping out.
Our main goal is to really provide the people with cleaner energy, and at the same time by lessening the problem of the pest plant water hyacinth, because here in the Philippines there are a lot of, say, ponds and rivers that are infested by water hyacinth. And
as long as there is a demand, it provides an incentive for people to keep on cutting down the trees to make into charcoal. So how we intercept is that we use something that previously perceived as a pest, a waste, which is the water lily, and make it into of a certain value to the Filipino, which is the charcoal product.
Always go to my nose and go to my eyes, so it was very. So yeah, put it in the middle there. Yeah. So you will see. It's on fire. Really, it's on.
Akin po kasi ito, ako'y naniniwala po kasi na
Personally, I believe that whatever status you have in life, whether you have a disability or not, rich or poor, you have to take care of our Mother Earth.
kailangan mong ingatan ang ating inang kalikasan.
Now, with this catch on, I have no idea. But I do want to try this when I cook. In the world of the American barbecue, charcoal is preferred by many, including myself. However, I would give this a swing, even if this would be a premium product in this country. So stay tuned if I do attain this, and I will do a review just to see what happens, and I hope for the people there, it helps from both sides of the issue. I am back in the final segment, and we are talking flowers. You heard me correctly, flowers. And we go to New York City. The 15th anniversary of the Orchid Show at the New York Botanical Garden took place. In this clip, Thailand is the topic, so let's watch.
Well, this year is the 15th anniversary of the Orchid Show here at the New York Botanical Garden. And we decided throughout the design and planning process that it had been a little while since we've done a geographic theme here, and we came up with the idea of doing the Orchid Show based around the theme of this year, Thailand. Of course, throughout the exhibition there are thousands of plants in bloom, all shades of color, fragrance, everything you can imagine in terms of color and pattern, but incorporated a lot of important elements of Thai garden design, some cultural elements as well, to sort of provide the framework for us to display these thousands of orchids in bloom, including, standing behind me, the elephants, something that is very iconic and very important to Thai culture. We decided to have them as a beautiful decorative element to introduce people and sort of get their mind in the mood for this tropical adventure here at the New York Botanical Garden. But if you think about beautiful tropical gardens, Thailand always comes to mind as an important center of tropical horticulture. And so this is one of the reasons why we chose it this year as a theme for this year's Orchid Show.
You just have to end with something that makes you feel good sometimes. Well, that is it this week's show. Now, I thank you for watching. I know it's kind of short. Now, I'm off next week, being the end of the month, but stay tuned. I'll be back in the first week of March. So always, always, always be careful and remember, you better fear the root.